Good morning and a very warm welcome to all the viewers joining in from wherever you are, Japan, Sri Lanka, or anywhere in Asia. We're back live with match day 5 and game number 25 here at the 13th Asian Netball Championship 2024. It's the big giants in Sri Lanka up against Japan, who are struggling at the moment. We're coming to you live from the Koramangala Indoor Stadium here in Bengaluru, India. Sri Lanka with a 100% record, 3 victories from the 3 games they've played so far. Japan did manage to get the better of Saudi Arabia in their last outing, but have faced 2 defeats so far. It's going to be a crucial game for them, but they do understand what task lies ahead of them for the next 60 minutes. Players did arrive a short while back. Here are the scenes from the court. Sri Lankan side warming up, who haven't been defeated in the last 2 editions, plus the 3 games here.
I'm Tishala Algama from Sri Lanka. Today we are playing against Japan, and this is our 4th match in this tournament. So we are applying our game plan and do our best as previous game. Thank you.
I'm Nalika Prasadi, national coach. Today is our 4th match. We won the last 3 matches. Today target and going to win today match. Thank you.
There you heard it from the coach as well as the goal shooter in Tishala. Here's how Sri Lanka line up for this fixture. Shanika starts in goal. Sushima and in the goal defense. Nisha as the wing defense. Sachini plays through the center. Gayanjali on the right wing and Dulangi as a goal attacker. Hashita takes the place of Tishara in the starting 7. Gayani, Gayatri, Malmi, Rashmi and Tishala start from the bench. The head coach of this side is Nalika Prasadi and the manager is Mrs. Padmini. Looks a very changed starting 7 for Sri Lanka. They have rested out their regular starters and have tried the players who have started on the bench for the first 3 games. And we also had a word with the Japanese head coach and the captain, and here's what they had to say about facing Sri Lanka in this crucial encounter.
私は、ジャパンのヘッドコーチのエイコ・タゴー、サウジアラビアには、勝てて、とてもハッピーです。
My name is Ai Makino from Team Japan. In our game against Saudi Arabia, we're really happy that we won. We feel more confident as a team. We feel like our connection is improving as well. And yeah, we're really pleased with the result.
今日のスリランカ戦は相手は、背が大きくてでも優しいいいチームなので、怪我をしないように全力でやれることを頑張りたいと思います。Hey.
So today's game against Sri Lanka, we know they're a really strong opposition, but we've been working on how to bring the ball down the court smoother. So we're excited to see what we're capable of, and we know they're tough opposition, but we need to keep our own pace, and we're going to focus on all giving our best performance. Yeah. 先生、頑張りましょう。
はい、頑張ろう。
A pretty excited bunch there. Makino as well as the head coach of the Japanese side. Pretty upbeat with their victory in the previous encounter against Saudi Arabia. And here's how they line up for facing Sri Lanka. Yoda, as always, starts in the goal. Kaide in the goal defense. Makino in the wing defense. Hamada plays through the center. Hasegawa in the wing. And Nagai Rio in the attack. Leading the line is Thalini, who gets to start after the first game against India. On the bench, Saya, Kubuta, Takara, Natsumi, Yoshi Yukino, and the head coach, as we just heard, is Tago Eiko. They will be focusing on their own strengths and try out the best possible manner to try and bring Sri Lanka down, which seems to be a very daunting task. And here's how the group standings look like after the first 3 games. Perhaps India and Saudi Arabia have played 4. Sri Lanka right on top with 3 wins from the 3 games they've played. Malaysia with the same, with just separated by the goal difference. Maldives in the third spot, 2 victories for them and 1 defeat. Philippines with 2 points, followed by India. Japan, of course, on the sixth spot with 2 points. So all the three teams, Philippines, India, and Japan, tied on 2 points and separated by goal difference. Saudi Arabia still struggling and haven't got off the mark as yet. And to remind our viewers, this is a Group A encounter between these two sides. We'll try and see if we can pull through the Group B points table as well. It's been a closely fought contest as Malaysia has dominated the proceedings there, followed pretty closely by the likes of Singapore and Hong Kong. Dulangi, the skipper, Nagai Rio, leading this Japanese side. Singapore with 3 victories from the 3 games they've played in Group B, followed by Hong Kong and Thailand. Brunei with 2 points, Chinese Taipei with 2. Bahrain and Iraq are yet to get underway in this edition. It's been a good learning curve for the teams from the Middle East, the likes of Bahrain, Iraq, Saudi Arabia. First-time participants. Pretty sure they have enjoyed their time in the competition so far. Still got a lot of games left. After the group stage, we move to the positioning. That's going to be on 26th and 27th of October. The likes of Sri Lanka, Malaysia, Singapore, Hong Kong, Philippines, Maldives, Thailand want to definitely target that first or second spot so that they play the semi-finals and compete for the championship. Managed 6 titles so far out of the 12. Sri Lanka, the most successful side in Asia. They won the first one in 1989 in the same country, India, which hosted for the very first time more than 3 decades back. And they won the next one in 97, 2001, 2009, and then back-to-back in 2018 and 2022. Have always been better than the third place finish for them. Finished third on a couple of occasions, runners-up on 4 occasions, and champions 6 times.
And here we have the match between Sri Lanka and Japan. And here we go, the team Sri Lanka. The starting 7 are goal shooter Asita, goal attack Dulange, wing attack Gayanjale, center Sachine, wing defense Chaline, goal defense Susima, goalkeeper Shanika, and the substitutes are Tishala, Gayani, Gayatri, Malmi, Rashmi, and the coach Nalika. Lanka, and the manager Padmini, and the primary care person Lal Ekanayake. And here we have the team Japan, a starting 7-hour goal shooter Tilini, goal attack Nagar, wing attack Asegawa, center Hamada, wing defense Makino, goal defense Nakashima, goalkeeper Yoda, and the substitutes are Ichikawa, Kubota, Takada, Watanabe, and Yoshi, and the coach Tago, and the manager Horigome, assistant coach Takashi, and the officials for this match are Adam Ade, Mohammad Abdul Azim, and the reserve umpire Max Napata Namta. Thank you.
Well, there you have the two squads up against each other. The body language of the Sri Lankan players pretty much reflective of the champions, the reigning and defending champions, Japan. Well, they are wary of the challenge presented to them. Now I'll be alongside for all the 4 quarters for the first game. This is Junaid Ahmed from the commentary box. A good thing Sri Lanka have done keeping the competition ahead is they have given some court time to the likes of Hashita, Sachini, Sushima and Chalini, who haven't been regular starters in the first 3 games. Rashmi, Tishala have been benched. I'm pretty sure they will be involved at a certain stage, but I'm most certain their requirement won't be called for, at least for this fixture, because Japan have struggled. In Sri Lanka, well, we have seen the attacking and defensive prowess they bring to the table. Waiting for Abdul Azim's signal to get the game underway. Contact straight away. Sri Lanka going from right to left on your screens. Interception first up. Was there a contact? Looks like the landing foot was on one of the players in the orange shirt there from Thalini, who starts this fixture as the goal shooter. And she will be up against Shanika, playing her first game of the campaign. The last thing you would want is your star players to get injured, especially when the business end of the tournament hasn't arrived as yet. Went for the ball there, Thalini, and straight away realized that she had landed on not quite sure if it was Dulangi. Definitely not the prettiest of sights to see that Sachini being taken off. Is Japan. Nicked away quite comprehensively. Gyanjali on the wing. Finds Hashita. And Hashita opens the scoring for Sri Lanka. We're going to see quite a lot of it. Japan, better movement. Found herself in some space to work with, but the pass just not coming her way. Sri Lanka, you all have seen the movement of the ball in the last 3 games. There you see, just getting away from the defense and allowing the ball to come towards her. Hashita, I guess one more. Contact goalkeeper Abdul Azim is pretty quick to spot those infringements, and the call came in straight away. Sri Lanka leading the game by 3-0 in the couple of minutes that have been played so far. Thalini with a long ball forward, right in front of the goal, and Japan have got one back. That's a brilliant movement. Caught everyone by surprise. Got away from the defense and made that run in front of the goal, and Thalini was quick to spot that and hurled the ball forward. And Rashmi finds one back. Beg your pardon, it's Dulangi who finds one back. Hamada. Another ball belted forward for Thalini, who couldn't quite get to the end of it. Sri Lanka were at their defensive best against India. Of course, not to mention the way they have attacked. Tishala, Gyanjali, Dulangi, they've been absolutely marvelous right throughout. Takes a step and tried to bounce off the court. And Thalini scores one more. A decent start for Japan. Sri Lanka are slowly just warming up into the contest. Because when the likes of Gyanjali, Dulangi hit the stride, it's going to be very difficult to stop them. Here's Thalini looking for options. Drops it on the court, waits for Hamada to pick it up. Here's Japan. Shifts it to his left, looking for options. Again, all the players have been marked. They have been a brilliant defensive unit as well, Sri Lanka. The idea was right to try and shift it towards the right side and find Thalini. And again, Thalini, the ball just didn't arrive in her direction. Here comes Sri Lanka. Couple of passes, 3, 4, and they find themselves in front of the goal and with utmost ease scores another one. Brilliant landing, and this time Dulangi converts. Leading by 7-2 with 4 minutes and a bit completed in the first quarter. Another decent movement there from the center, trying to go around the goalkeeper and the goal defense. Makino was talking about the movements down the court and across, finding themselves in the right sort of spaces. And in the first 5 minutes, they're trying their best to execute those plans. Gyanjali finds Dulangi, and Dulangi finds the net. Hamada goes back for Makino. Shifts towards Nakashima. Another long ball forward, and oh, that's a bad miss. Nagai there couldn't quite keep it on target. Here comes Sri Lanka. Offside was the call. Next to the goalkeeper. And just misses out on the rebound. Claimed by Japan. Throw in to Japan perhaps. Restart by Yoda. Hamada goes back. Finds Yoda again. Yoda to Hamada. Carried away by Dulangi once again. Hamada. A decent run was being made from the left side. She was open. Just couldn't quite get the ball into the other side of the court. Yes, Tellini making that run, trying to... That's a bad collision there. Back up on their feet. Tellini finds the ball and Tellini will surely have a go at it. Oh, couldn't quite keep it on target. Scores on the next one. Contact. Another infringement. Sri Lanka ball. Ashita. Well done by Japan. Trying to bring it forward. There's some sort of urgency for this Japanese side. They have upped the tempo, playing with some fire. They will have to keep going. Sure, they do understand they are the second favorites in this fixture. It's all about believing in themselves and keep coming at it. This is better, definitely better. Knocked away by the goal defense. Cellini. Tellini finds the wing attack. Hasegawa and dispossessed. Well, there's the movement that you see. Everybody moving in sync down the court and across towards the right and left. Even before the other player receives the ball, they find their next move and find themselves in the right sort of space to receive the pass coming their way. It's all about breaking those lines, and Sri Lanka have managed to do that with ease. Ashita will have a penalty pass for an infringement, and Sri Lanka gets into double digits. Couple of changes for Japan. The wing attack and the goal shooter have been substituted. Hasegawa and Tellini making their way out. Decent defending, but Sri Lanka have the ball. Dulangi. There's Hashita. And another one for Sri Lanka. There's Sri Lanka. Switches towards right. Offside was the call there. Obstruction. .12. Easily done once again. There's Hamada. And that's a bad miss. You'll have to try and bounce those ones coming your way. There's no room for any such mistakes in this fixture. Another brilliant movement of the ball. give a bit of a shimmy and then got himself inside that semicircle to receive it, and then had a go at the goal and scored. That's the demonstration of another brilliant move from the Sri Lankan girls. Couldn't quite keep it on target this time. Couldn't quite convert it, perhaps. Yoda with a swift restart. Pulled back by the ref. Gyanjali and Hashita enjoying this game from the sidelines. Pretty sure they will be involved at some stage to just have some court time. Hamada for the goal attack. Oh, missed by Aviska. Just flutters the hoop and goes out of the play for a throw-in. Here's Japan again. All the players in the attacking third have been marked. That is absolutely brilliant from Japan to try and get the ball. Hurls it down the court. Infringement for contact was signaled by the ref, and Japan have scored. Goes back to receive it. It's good stuff again from Japan, and just as they find themselves in front of the goal, and Sri Lanka managing to nick one away from them. Here's Hashita with a shift in play towards the left. Dulangi has a go at it and has scored. Less than 2 minutes left in the first quarter, and Sri Lanka already in the driver's seat as expected. Pretty swift movement, and another goal for Sri Lanka. Hamada decides to go back. Here's the wing attack, dropping deep to try and create something from the back for Japan. Looks for options in front, shifts towards right. Back with the goal shooter. Here's Hamada, drops down the center. Will have a go at the target and convert. A pretty happy face there in the center after converting. Obstruction was the call by the ref, and will have a free pass and convert. For all the hard work done by Japan, just gets undone while they are defending, because Sri Lanka are an absolute threat when it comes down to going forward. And Japan have scored! Brilliant shot at goal, and finally a very good conversion from the Japanese girls. And that's the end of the first quarter, but that's going to be a penalty pass, and Sri Lanka have one more added to the tally. It's been all Sri Lanka from the scoring standpoint, but Japan, I'm pretty sure, have enjoyed their first quarter. Managed to get 6 back, but the score line tells you a completely different story. It's 17-6 in favor of Sri Lanka at the end of the first 15 minutes. There's going to be a lot more coming our way. Do stay tuned with us as we come back in a few minutes' time for the second quarter. Welcome back once again for the start of the second quarter between Sri Lanka and Japan. In the driver's seat without even breaking sweat, Sri Lankan girls. Japan trying their best to keep themselves in the contest. We have seen the exploits from Sri Lanka. When they start scoring, they distance themselves into a completely different world. There's Japan. Bounced off the court for the goal shooter. Infringement there. It's going to be a free pass for Japan. And gets one back. Obstruction, goal defense. So back-to-back infringements there from Sri Lanka, giving Japan an opportunity to try and get one more back. Looks like that's going to be a replay. And Japan have got one more. And they are enjoying this. Just over the Langi on that occasion and just out of her reach. Decent movement there by Hamada. Found herself into some sort of space. Was left end marked. Well, you can hear the shouts of defense there coming from the sidelines. The likes of Hashita, Bilangi got pretty significant height advantage on some of the Japanese players. That obviously has been the telling story. Shita manages to get a hand to it and retrieves the ball. Here's the Langi with, looks like it's Rashmi who's back on the court, who's on the court perhaps. First involvement after the start of the second quarter. Here they come again. She's got one more back for Sri Lanka. Takes the score to 21. Almost nicked away there. This is good from Japan. Pretty sure will have a go at the target. Decides to go back. And there's an infringement for obstruction, I believe. Nothing says the ref. Here's Japan again. Obstruction from the player without the ball possession. Nicked away by Lanka. Here they come again. They make it look so easy. A couple of passes and they find themselves in the right sort of space all the time. Looks like Makino has made her way out. And a couple of changes for Sri Lanka as well. Making sure everyone gets the game time before the business end of the competition begins. This is good from Japan. Gets one back. He's having a pretty good time there in front of the goal shooter. Infringement for the contact there. Sri Lanka ball, and they come forward yet again. Tulangi have a free pass and gets another one added to the total. There's a Shita for Tulangi. 26-9 is what the scoreline reads with 8 minutes and 40 seconds to play in the second quarter. The way they are going about their business at the moment, looks like it's going to be another 100 plus score for Sri Lanka. Finds a run coming in from the wing attack. Here's Hamada. There's the ball back and pretty swift movement just outside the semicircle, but that pass never came her way. It's opened up nicely for the wing attack. Pretty swift to backtrack. The Sri Lankan girls shifts it towards the left. Here's Japan again. Obstruction, and that's going to be a free shot at goal. Couldn't quite convert, and go Sri Lanka's way. Here they come again. Easy as you like. 27-9. Scoring at a ratio of 1:3, the Sri Lankan girls. Japan. A quick 1 and 2 there, and finds the net. Takes their score into double digits. Japan. They might go on to lose this fixture, but the number of goals they score here should definitely do their confidence a world of good going into the remainder of the fixtures. Dispossessed, taken away by Sri Lanka. Here they come forward. Deanjali for Rashmi, I believe. Here's Hashita. Tulangi sends it back. Infringement for a contact there. Now we'll have a free shot at goal. Less than 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Having it pretty easy at the moment, Sri Lanka. And that was expected when we came into this contest. You all have seen the way they have exploited the tournament. Haven't been defeated since 2018. Went undefeated 2018, undefeated 2022. And this year, they are definitely on course to go all the way. We'll have to wait and see how it pans out for them against the likes of Malaysia or Singapore. But from the looks of it, seems to be no competition for them. Japan finished 10th in the last edition. And I'm pretty sure they would definitely want to do better than that this time around. Is there a 6th participation in total? I probably think 5th is the best that they have managed. 5th or 6th is the best that they have managed in the initial years they participated in. Japan with a throw-in has a go at the goal and missed out on an opportunity. Here's Sri Lanka. There's a lot of vacant spaces left on the left side of the court, and exploiting that 100% are the Sri Lankan girls. Here's Dulangi. A touch of disdain the way she threw the ball almost towards Hashita, who makes no mistake in front of the goal. One more added to the total with 2 minutes and a bit to be played in the second quarter. Foul for footwork. You have to try and avoid those sort of infringements. You hardly get opportunities in front of the goal when you are playing a top-notch side, and infringement is something you can definitely do without. Hashita scores from another opportunity presented. Backtracking, latches onto the ball, played forward to Langi, and keeps it on target and scores. They take the lead pretty early and make those initial movements, initial triggers to receive the ball. That is a team in top-notch form and in sync. A lot of preparation, a lot of readiness that has gone into this campaign for Sri Lanka. They do anticipate the pass coming in and are in total sync with their teammates. Down and across the court and receive it and play it forward. You can definitely see a sync on all the three quarters of the court, the way they move the ball, the movements without the ball to try and find themselves in those sort of spaces. Here's Japan through Hamada. Contact. And they get one back. So that's the end of the second quarter, and it's the halftime here at the Koramangala Indoor Stadium in Bengaluru. 39-11 is what the scoreline says at the moment. Sri Lanka definitely have their noses in front in Japan in the second quarter, just missing out on the intensity slightly. It looked decent, but of course not threatening for one of the top teams competing in this edition, Sri Lanka. We should be back in about 5 minutes from now. Do stay with us. Welcome back once again to all the viewers joining in. We are back live from the Koramangala Indoor Stadium here in Bengaluru. This is the start of the third quarter between Sri Lanka and Japan. Sri Lanka find themselves in a very comfortable position at the moment with 40 on the board for them. Japan playing the catching up game right from the get-go, which was pretty much expected out of this fixture. It's all about trying to get some game time for the Sri Lankan girls. Leaving out a lot of spaces on the court. The Japanese defense has been all too easy for their liking. Here's the Langi. Another free pass for them, and they managed to get one more. All you would expect or want from Japan, perhaps, is to try and bring some sort of competition to the game and try and challenge Sri Lanka. There's the second, third, and fourth quarter is where Sri Lanka try to flex their muscle and come up with unparalleled scores. Does well to win the ball back there. Here's the wing. Belts it forward. Still has it. Is that being given as an infringement there? Looks like it's going to be a Japanese ball. Here's Hamada. Decides to go back again, not finding themselves into the right sort of spaces. All the players have been marked. Looks like there has been an infringement there, and yes, hell time. Here comes Sri Lanka. Couple of paces and they find themselves into that semicircle. Here's the Langi. Pretty sure will have a go at it herself and couldn't quite convert that. Japan with the restart. Drops deep to receive it. Here's a player playing through the center in Hamada. Switches towards the left. Good movement. Oh, that was a very good move from Japan. She tried her best to have a go at it and lunged in the air to pounce that one. Couldn't quite get there in the end. And the Langi converts one more. We haven't seen Tishala, who has featured in all the quarters in all the games Sri Lanka have played so far. Another sub coming in for Japan. The skipper, Nagai. Makino restarts. Here's Hamada drawing herself out to try and take the defense with it. Sri Lanka have the ball. Again, played forward. There's an infringement for a contact there, and Japan will get the game going once again. many times have we seen with Sri Lanka playing attack becomes the first line of defense when the opponents are trying to bring the ball forward for against Sri Lanka. They've been pretty good. There you see the movement, drops it and makes that forward run. Dulangi. There was an obstruction there, and Sri Lanka will have a penalty pass, and they convert once again. Moves the score to 45 to 11 in their favor. Make that 46. It's Japan. Loses the possession. Sri Lanka have the ball. A lot of space to work with. Easy as you like. Another one for Sri Lankan girls. How many times have we seen just those movements of the ball find themselves into those advancing positions? Brilliant link up. They have been absolutely marvelous in transitions. Just going to be formality the way this game is panning out. Long ball forward. The goalkeeper up to the task and gets a knock at it. Concedes a throw in, but manages to make a save. Looks like it was Thalini who got the final touch on that. Here comes Sri Lanka. Meanwhile, on the ascendancy again. There's Hashita. Takes a step and scores. Right then, what do we have next? 11 a.m. We have Hong Kong taking on Bahrain, who have looked decent. Pretty sure Hong Kong presents a very strong competition. Philippines again. Maldives is a 1 p.m. start. Maldives with a comprehensive win against... It wasn't a comprehensive, it was a tightly fought contest against India. Brunei up against Iraq. That's a 3 p.m. start, followed by India against Malaysia at 5 p.m. And the last one for the day, Singapore taking on Thailand. It's all been way too easy for Sri Lanka as they move to 52. Japan have scored 69 and conceded 154 before this game. Sri Lanka, on the flip side, have scored 272, more than 203, and have conceded just 78. There's one team who's aggregating more than 100 goals a game. Singapore scored 323 and have conceded only 40 so far. Have won all their matches comprehensively. Sri Lanka at the moment the second best when it comes down to scoring. We'll have to wait and see how the games between Hong Kong, Singapore, Malaysia, Sri Lanka pan out. It's going to be a very exciting second round. is Japan. Palini taking her time, and the whistle goes against her. Again, that's a very bad miss. Palini back on the court and not being able to convert. Have to try and grab those opportunities. It's been pretty hard to come by, and whenever they come, you'll have to try and grab it with both hands. On the other side of the court, the opponents don't miss any opportunity that comes their way. Less than 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. And this is just going to be a formality. Another miss. That was her first involvement in the game. The goal shooter. Here's Hashita for Dulangi. And that has been the story so far in this fixture. There's a contact there, and Japan get the ball. Struggling to get the ball forward. Again, the goal shooter having to drop deep to try and pick out a pass. Moves all the way back, and that's the difference that we have seen so far in the contest. And that has been the telling difference. There's a huge gulf in between these two sides, the skill set and the abilities. Of course, no discounting their vigor and the enthusiasm, the zeal with which they are competing in this edition. Japan. Dulangi. Pretty easily done again by the Sri Lankan girls. 2 minutes and 10 seconds in the third quarter is what remains. They aren't able to find answers to the questions posted by Sri Lanka. Another brilliant shot at goal and score again. Hashita this time. If it's not Hashita, it's Dulangi. If it's not Dulangi, it's Hashita. Is that a push there? Nothing says the ref. It was more sort of coming together of both the players. Right, Dulangi with the throw-in. Hashita finds the ball, and Hashita, pretty sure, finds the net once again. 60-11 is what the scoreline reads at the moment. And here's Japan, trying to make things count, trying to make things work, trying to get it forward. It hasn't been a happy quarter for them so far. They did enjoy the first 10 minutes of the contest. And they get a goal back. And you could see the celebrations from the sidelines. It's been a tough game for them, playing the best side in the competition. It's been a training coach stuff for Sri Lanka. Target was right. Tellini was a target and tried a bit of a give and go there, and not quite sure if she was anticipating the ball coming her way. Here comes Sri Lanka off the block straight away. Finds all the right moves. Dulangi was there to receive it. Here's back with Dulangi, and was coming from an offside position was a signal, I believe. Ashita scores just in time before the hooter goes off for the end of the third quarter. Sri Lanka having it way too easy for their liking. Japan, of course, struggling at the moment. A couple of minutes and we'll be back for the fourth and the final quarter for this game. Do stay with us. Welcome back for the fourth and the final quarter of this fixture between Sri Lanka and Japan. Of what has been a formality as far as this game is concerned. Sri Lanka dominating this fixture right from the get-go. Japan with a mountain to climb, and there's definitely no way out for them. Best that's possible at the moment is try and get a few strategies sorted, try and get themselves on the ball as much as they possibly can and get some goals to their credit, get some confidence scoring against a top-notch side. Here's Thalini. Wow! Not quite sure what the idea behind that was. Was she trying to pass it or was going for the target? Here comes Sri Lanka. Tishala is on the court and Tishala gets her first of the morning. A pretty easy lob, long ball forward for probably the tallest player on the court. She makes it look so easy. Doesn't even have to take a jump or another one. This time it's Rashmi, I believe. So that's the coordination that we've been talking about. The moment they start from the center, you have the players in the wing and in the defense arriving in the second, third to receive the ball and then play it forward. We've been left unmarked on most occasions. Has fallen out to Japan. Again, pushing the attack wide. They have been pretty direct, Sri Lanka, with all their moves. Japan have been forced to draw wide of the court and not been allowed to make those runs straight away. And they get one back. Here comes Sri Lanka again. Sounds so monotonous. And that's the way the game has been played so far. Every time they have the ball or they are in possession, they end up finding in the right sort of spaces, unmarked, unchallenged, and there's no hindrance to those passes going forward. And Japan, on the flip side, have even struggled at times to try and keep it on target or latch onto the ball played forward. There's Hamada trying to play it down the line for Thalini. Foul in favor of Japan, takes a step. Leaves it for the goal shooter, and Japan have one more back. Goal scored has become an event from Japan's standpoint, and you have Sri Lanka on the other side. Most parried it away herself. Here's Sri Lanka again. Gyanjali gets herself into right sort of space yet again and leaves it for Rashmi. Rashmi has a free pass at the target and scores. We'll have a free pass at it. Goalkeeper trying her best with the defense, staying 3 feet away. Here they come again. Rashmi through the ring, adding one more to the tally. Just going to be long 8 minutes for Japan. It's going to be a huge defeat by the looks of it. With 8 minutes to go, the way they are scoring, I'm pretty sure it's going to be somewhere in the higher 90s. Left wide open, draws the defense out, passes towards the left, goes and joins Tishala in the semicircle, receives the ball and scores with ease. This time on the other side, obviating any sort of monotony. It's a good learning experience for Japan. Probably the toughest game that they are playing in this competition. Pretty sure all these players are going to come back stronger in the next edition of the championship. Hamada makes a move towards the left and finds the ball. Still with her. Obstruction, free pass, and couldn't quite convert that opportunity. They have missed out at least on 7 or 8 attempts, wherein it was a penalty pass and they have missed the target. That is where the likes of Tishala, Hashita come into picture. They find the goal with one outstretched right or left hand. That's the point I was talking about. Done with these once again. Less than 6 minutes and the margin is 60 between these two sides. Taken away by the defense. Sri Lanka's ball. Gayani hurls it forward. Pretty clear there, the ref for the wing defense. Warning. Intentional obstruction. Infringement again coming from her. It's going to be a clear suspension for 2 minutes. They did start the game well, Japan. Of course, it's quite difficult to maintain that intensity when you are up against the sort of challenge presented in this game. Here's Hamada. Offside was the call. Knocked out by the Sri Lankan defense. Here they come again with the attack. Tishala waiting in the center, and Tishala converting once again. Is Japan. Some accuracy. Couple of passes played backwards, just giving enough time for the Sri Lankans to reassemble in the back. And again, a lack of coordination. Goal attacker stepping up and the pass going into that vacant space towards the back. Shala latches onto it and keeps one more on target to score. Well, she never looked confident while attempting that one. Waited for the goalkeeper to commit and then went through with the shot. Here's Japan with another opportunity, and this time they managed to score. Something to cheer for the Japanese girls. With less than 90 seconds left in the game. Tishala won't have any sort of mercy on the Japanese defense. Penalty pass is the call from the ref. Sri Lanka couldn't quite nick it off. Done well in the end. Will have a go at the target and gets one more back. Less than 50 seconds remaining. And I'm pretty sure Tishala will fancy her chances of scoring a couple more in those 40 seconds. Japan. All the players playing forward have been marked. No spaces, no room whatsoever for the turn and receive the ball. Brilliantly done by Japan. And they managed to get one back just in time. Not going to make any sort of difference, but Tishala scores once again to round off the day for Sri Lanka. So that's the full-time whistle here at the Koramangala Indoor Stadium in Bengaluru. No surprises. We all expected Sri Lanka to run through it, and they have been the dominant side for all the 4 quarters played out here. Japan did impress in the first quarter, but from the second onwards, they have looked flat. Sri Lanka gets their 4th win of the campaign, and Japan, well, they'll have to come back with some re-strategizing. Have to try and get back to the drawing board and work things out when they face the next couple of games. So that's the full-time scoreline here. Sri Lanka 85, Japan 18. The next game coming up at 11 a.m. Hong Kong versus Bahrain. Look forward to that fixture. Handshakes all around. So 11 a.m. is the next start. Hong Kong taking on Bahrain. Do join us again 15 minutes before that game gets underway. It's going to be a very good contest because Bahrain have looked a bright prospect, though the results haven't gone their way. They definitely bring a flavor of the Middle East to the competition, up against a pretty solid Hong Kong side who have been unbeaten so far. For the moment, it's a pleasure calling this fixture. This is Junaid Ahmed from the commentary box, signing off for now.